So let me get right down to business, y'all. I am here to show y'all today some wonderful, wonderful eyeshadows that we have. My name is Donna Vorenkamp. I'm a green status presenter with Unique, and the name of my company is Bayou Beauty Basics. And I love jumping on here, and I love just sharing with y'all, the different tips that I've learned, some tutorials, and even sometimes like some specials that we're having. I just want to share it because it just makes me really excited. So these primer infused shadows. Hi, Roxy. Thank you so much for joining. They come individually. You can buy them individually in just some little single packs, but they also come in either an 8 compact, which you see here, but they're interchangeable, y'all. You see, you can put just something sharp in the back and it pokes it out. It's magnetic, so it's the magnetic holding it in there. And I like to do mine, like here's my browns and my peaches. So that's what I'm going to be doing today, the browns and the peaches. But we have so many different shades. These are some of our new shades, y'all, right here. These 6 new beautiful metallic shades. Aren't they gorgeous? And just some bright, fun colors. I mean, I can go on and on about all the different wonderful shades that we have. And to be honest with y'all, I have no idea what colors that I'm actually going to choose because we have so many golds and bronzy colors. But I've got them all out here. But what I wanted to tell you about our primer infused pressed shadows, okay? So whenever you see anything in Unique called pressed, so let's say it's pressed mineral blush, all right, or pressed eyeshadows. Pressed means that it's highly pigmented. So that is such a great value for us because it means that a little is going to go a long way and you don't have to use very much because it's so pigmented. Hi, Margot. Thanks for joining. So when you're using this, remember that you just don't need to apply that much. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab my crease brush. The crease brush I'm going to go all over first. Let me do my all over color. So one of the things I do know about working with browns is I like to use some of the peach tone. So I'm going to use a peach tone Timid. I'm trying to see, there you go, this one right in the top corner. And because brown is a warm, the peach is going to complement the warm. And the older we are, like when we're in our 40s or above, anytime we add peach tones to our skin, it's going to make us look younger. And I am all about that. So I like to add the all over peach. It's just a subtle peach, but it's going to take any of the ruddiness, the redness out of my eye from like little veins, or as our skin gets thinner, it's going to mask that. So that's my all over color. And I used one of our newest brushes. It's the Fluffy Crease brush, which will be available very, very soon. And I love it. December of 2018, it will be available. So then I'm going to go now with my crease. Now that I have that all over color, I'm going to take my little crease brush here. And when you're doing your crease, y'all, you don't really want to use a shimmer in the crease. What you're going to want to do is a nice matte color. And the one that I go to all the time, it's like my always going to this color is right here. It's a matte color and it's nimble. So the great thing about all of our choices is we have 4 different sheens. Just like when you're painting a wall and they ask you the sheen that you want. Do you want a flat paint? Do you want an eggshell, or do you want a gloss? Well, our eyeshadows have that same type of finish to it. That's the best way to explain it. So whether you want a matte finish or a satin finish or a shimmer or a metallic, we have all of those finishes, and on our website, we will let you know which one is which. All right, so I'm going to go with my Nimble, which is a nice matte, because I don't want to draw attention to any fine lines and wrinkles. I actually want to draw attention away from that. And this is a great color because the shimmer, if you have a shimmer, it's going to attract light. So right here, like where I have some little wrinkles, I don't want to attract the light. I want the light to stay away and not highlight that. So that's where you're going to want to go with a matte. And so Nimble is just a great brown And in the crease of your eye, you want to give your dimension there. So you just want to go with a windshield wiper motion, back and forth, not too far in the inner. And you also don't want to go past the edge of your eyebrow. So you want to take your tool, your brush, go to the corner of your eye and the end of your eyebrow, and you see you don't want your eyeshadow to go past that. Hey girl, hey, how are you? Really playing around, I had a lazy morning, so I'm just getting dressed, but I'm playing around with our awesome primer infused eyeshadows. Now, I forgot to tell you, those of you that were with me from the beginning of the live, you saw me putting something on my eyes. I was putting our fantastic eye primer on my eyes. Our eye primer is going to make your eyeshadow colors more true to what they look like in the palette, and they're very compact in the palette, so that's why I put that on. It's also going to keep it from creasing, and then it's also going to give you 12 hours of wear. All of our eyeshadows will give you, all of the primer infused eyeshadows are going to last up to 12 hours. But if you're going to use not our primer infused pressed powders, you're going to use any other kind of eyeshadow, this primer will also make other eyeshadows last 12 hours. And we want it to last, so. And I use my eye primer actually on my lips before I do lipstick to help my lipstick stay on and all of that. All right, so I'm just going back and forth with my nimble. And I'm going to do the same thing over here in my crease. I always want to start in the center with my brush because that's where the most concentration of product's going to be. And I don't want to start here where all my product's here and not enough there. Yeah, so far that's all I've done is the brown and the peach, Linda. Thanks for joining, and Gretchen. All right, so I'm just trying to create, and I know that there's different styles, okay? So I'm gonna tell y'all. I know that there are some people that when they do, it's just a preference, when they do their crease color, okay? When they do their crease, especially I notice the younger girls, they're gonna want their line to be very defined right here. And that's okay. If you like that, where you just you wanna see that highlight, I actually like a more muted effect, and so I'll do the heavy line, because some people don't really smoke it out like that. They leave it like that, and that's fine. That's a preference. And maybe for nighttime I'll do that, but for the day, I don't like to keep it like that. I like to blend it out. And so that's why I use my awesome blending brush. You just go in circles. And I just like to blend it. Yeah, I do as well, Gretchen. I like to blend it, but I do know that there are a lot of people that like to keep that stark, so that you can really see, and especially even online, like a lot of the makeup artists. But I'm definitely more of I like to blend. I like especially my crease to look more like a natural highlight. And you just want to make sure, even if you blend, that you don't go past your line that we're talking about, because if you do, see, I want to stay right there. You don't want your eyes to droop down. But I'll show you a little trick that we can do later to make our eyes look lifted again. All right, so this is a great look, y'all, with just two shadows. It's the Timid and the Nimble. That's easy, right? But I like to play around. I'm a glam girl, and I like to play with color. And this is where I like my metallics, eyeshadows, and things like that. So I'm going to play around with a really, really fun color today, and it's called Fanatical. Look at this color. It is really, really in-your-face Fanatical, but I like it. I'm going with browns today, and I've got all my muted, and I'm going to go with my real fun glitzy color in the outer, we call it the outer V. And so I'm going to take my, my angled liner shader brush, and then I'm going to go just right here on my lid with this fun color. Look at that, how pretty. And it's really, now I want the light. I don't have any wrinkles on my eyelid. Ooh, can I get a whoop whoop for no wrinkles on the eyelid? So this is where I get to play with my color, okay, on my lids. because you can go, one technique is to go, if you really, really like the color, just go along the whole lid. That's fine. But I'm doing just the outer V of the lid. Yeah, I love this color Fanatical. It's where I can really have some fun with it, and it just brightens up the eyes. And I like using with my browns, so instead of having like just some dull brown eyes, I get to play it up with this color. All right, so it's just in my outer V. Once again, I'm going to my best friend here, which is my blending brush, and I'm going to blend it out just a little, especially in the center. Thank you, Brandy, and thanks for joining. Now, there's another place I like to play with a little color, and it's on my inner eyes, because I like my eyes to look really bright and open and wider, and the best way to do that is with another shimmer, but a light shimmer. So I'm going with Optimistic, and I don't know if you can see, there it is. You can see how it's a shimmer. You can also see I've used it a lot. I love this color. And I'm gonna actually take my my sponge brush, the sponge side, and I'm gonna go right in the corner with this. Just like that. Don't worry, we're going to blend it out. But that way I've got some nice, bright, white inner eyes. And I also like to take it, y'all, in the corner like this and down. And then once again, we want to take our inner eye and just blend it. So I want these two colors to kind of smoke into each other. Like that. All right, so that's what that's what my look is so far. Now, I'm reading Gretchen saying that she likes to take her Optimistic on her brow bone, and if you're young and you don't have wrinkles up here, that's a perfect thing to do. But for the ladies who are like me and we have to worry about maybe some little eye wrinkles up there, I like to just use my light concealer, or you can use oop, I went in my brow, I'll have to fix that. You can also use our Victoria Splurge. These are matte finishes. They're no shimmer, and it'll give you that bright eye that you need without a shimmer, so the light's not going to attract attention to your wrinkles. And so if you're like me, that's what we need to watch out for. We don't want any light attracting our wrinkles, okay? So you can blend it out with your finger or I have too much product on my brush, or your brush if you don't have a lot of product on it. Remind me to go back and fix that brow. All right, so that's what I like to do, and then I'm going to go one more time with my blend, because I want the last thing is my shadow blended into that. Now, anyone that knows me, y'all know that I'm a big, lover of double stacking my eyes, okay? So I like to take always my black, my perfect. And I had done this before my shadow, but I'm going to go over it. I like to put the black close to the lashes. So it really does look how much thicker my lashes look. It's just a little trick if you have thin lashes. You know, some people have long lashes, but they don't have thick lashes. And this is a little trick to make your lashes look thick. But what I also like to do, especially with browns, is I like to stack my eyeliner. And let me fix my brow real quick, that I got a little too much concealer up there. Okay. Better. Now I'm going to take my proper brown pencil. If I can find it. Yeah, here it is. So it's a dark. It almost looks like the black, but it's not. Okay, you can see the difference here. It's just a little bit, it's just a dark brown versus the black. But it's going to be just enough that I need to double stack my eyes and really give my eyes some more drama, especially working with browns. But I like this combination of browns because I don't think it's like a depressing brown. I think it's just enough to give me some color. And so what you do is if you want to double stack, you go not on it, but just on above it with your color. And do you see how much drama now I have with my eyes? I love the double stacking. And you can use any color. You know, I've double stacked with purples, blues, greens, yellows, white. And I'm going to go under my eyes just a little. And there we go. That is my eye look for today using our wonderful primer infused technology pressed shadows that come in 4 different shades: matte, satin, shimmer, and metallic. And if you are interested in any of these products, you can comment eyeshadow and I will message you privately about what colors you want, what color your eyes are, and I'll be able to match you with the perfect shades for fall that go with your eye color. If you like this and you want to share it, I would totally appreciate you sharing it on your